Folks, today we're taking a look at a disc that's probably the most requested disc to be on the channel. Definitely the disc that you guys recommend to me the most. You guys are always in the comments telling me to pick one up. It's the MVP Wave. This guy is the Silva Tour of Terror Eclipse edition, coming in at 172 grams, has some really cool art here. I've not thrown this guy much yet, so I'm really excited to get out on the course, see how it flies, see if it's a distance driver that I should be using, that you should be using. Maybe we all should be using it. Let's go find out. All right, guys, 300 foot par 3 uphill. Got to make this first gap here and then just fade off to the left. I'm not really sure how much fade this guy's going to have. Has the numbers 11, 5, -2, 2. I think the Eclipse plastic is going to make it a little more overstable. We'll find out. Got a little bit of flip up there. Woo, definitely didn't have the turn I thought it would. So I do already have a little bit of experience with the Wave. I actually owned a plasma Wave that I used a lot like a couple of years ago, but I'm pretty sure those plasma ones tend to be a bit more understable. Oh, that is not the one. Hey, there we go. Player B, man. It's always player B. And I also currently own a Neutron Wave, but it's like 165 grams. And it's like the most understable disc that I own. So my current experience with Waves probably doesn't really illustrate what my experience is gonna be with this guy. There's that turn. Come out a little bit for us. Oh, we're gonna be underneath the tree. We have been gifted just this beautiful exit pathway though, through the tree with our Wave on the forehand. There we go, the Wave forehand approach. Now this is a hole where we definitely want the turn. This is a 400 foot par 3, but it bends downhill to the right. We're gonna test that understability here, put on a little bit of anhyzer, just see what happens. Why not? Oh, there's that turn. What that turn do? Now we need to come out though. Might be good, I don't know. Well, we actually ended up in a pretty good spot here. We're pin high of the basket, but it literally took me like an hour and a half to find this disc. So that was pretty rough. But Kelsey and Roy, I found your Impulse and your Valkyrie. So big win for you guys. Get those back to you soon. So on that last shot, I put that on a lot of anhyzer. Definitely came back a little bit at the end to get pin high, which is great because that's like exactly the type of thing I'm looking for, where I want something that has that natural turn out of the box, where I can throw it flat, it'll get the turn, but I still want that fade at the end. Oh, baby, that is nice. Has the turn, but so much integrity to come back. Like that didn't just flip, like that did not flip a lot. It flipped a little. I mean, I really enjoy that flight. That is nice. Definitely quite a bit more overstable than I was expecting. Little envy up shot here. Oh yeah. Oh, envy up shots. Parked. And because of my hour and a half long search for this pesky Wave, we're running out of daylight here. I'm gonna have to teleport to Oakland. And just like that, we're at Oakland. See, that actually has quite a bit of stability there. Like, look at that late fade. Now for comparison purposes, I did bring my Neutron Wave out here. Keep in mind, it is 7 grams lighter. But look at that. I mean, that's probably off your screen. That thing is so stupidly understable. Only a roller disc for me. But the difference between these two discs, the Eclipse and the Neutron, is more than just a difference of 7 grams. The Eclipse Wave has a significantly higher parting line, and that higher parting line is typically associated with more overstability relative to a lower parting line. All right, gonna finish off this hole, little 200 foot upshot with our Eclipse Wave. Oh yeah, get stable on us, get in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, bird time. So if you're someone who's already a Wave fan, maybe you own a Wave or two in different plastics because you want those different stabilities, I think this is gonna be a great option because you can have something that's a little more overstable than your Neutron or other plastic counterparts. 382 foot par 3, gotta make it over the creek. Let's see if we can do it. Put that on quite a bit of anhyzer, get a nice flex out. Come on, get across, get across. Oh, we were so dang close. I'm an honest guy though, so I'll take my OB stroke back here. But on the other hand, if you're someone who doesn't have a wave already and you really want one that's going to be really close to the numbers, that 11.5, -2.2, I don't know if I'd necessarily go with this one. And if I had to give this guy numbers right now, I'd say it's a lot closer to that like 11.5, -1.2 style flight, where you do get some turn. And it's actually really nice if you want to just throw those like frozen rope style flat shots that just go super straight, whereas your traditional wave with more turn might be too flippy for that style of shot, especially if you want to release on a flat angle. But even comparing this guy to the newest run of Neutron Zeniths, which I reviewed just a couple weeks back, that Zenith was way more understable than this guy. I would compare them, but I threw that Zenith in a river, so here we are. Put that on a little bit of Anheuser again. Nice little flex out. Oh, baby. We're gonna be absolutely parked. That was a nice shot. And just for fun, let's try the Neutron Wave 2 here. That Eclipse one, I definitely had to put on some Anheuser to get the full turnover that I wanted to reach the basket. This one, I'm gonna put on some Heiser, and we're gonna see that full turnover. Yeah, Heiser to full turn. I mean, that is turned over completely. Oh yeah, here we are with the Eclipse, like 15, 20 feet long. This is a 315-foot par 3. Usually I like to go flippy on this hole. Bend around these trees right here, come back just a little bit at the end. It is 315 feet. I'm gonna have to power down with this distance driver. There's also OB all to the left. So this isn't really the disc I wanna throw here, but I think if we just put a little bit of Anheuser on it, just a little sprinkle, a little dusting of Anheuser, should be able to make this work. That is the dusting we needed. Come on out. Oh yeah, that's actually gonna be really good, I think. Dang, well maybe I should be throwing the wave on this shot more often because we are parked. So this one's pretty short, 255 feet straight ahead across the creek. I think I'm just gonna put the Eclipse wave out pretty flat, maybe a little bit to the right. See if we can get to fade in. Again, this is one where I kind of have to back off the power a bit, which kind of makes it seem more overstable because I'm not throwing it as hard, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty good, I think. Oh, just over top. Now I know you guys are probably thinking, what's up with all these dinky little 300-foot holes? It's a max distance driver. We want to see some distance holes. Well, here we go, 492 foot, par 3, baskets in the tree line, just let it rip. Beyblade style. Got that Anheuser angle. We're getting the full flex today, boys. That's looking nice. Let's go see how far that was. All right, well, UDisc here has me at 375 feet, which for me, that's not bad. That's like pretty good. Not fantastic, but I'm happy with it. I definitely have to throw it on Anheuser to get that full flex line, which, like I said earlier, I don't love, but you know, sometimes you just gotta take what the wave gives you. And I'm gonna do my upshot here with my Eclipse Pixel. If you've not seen my video on this, I released it last week. Go check that one out. Oh yeah, just doing pixel things. We love pixel things. Well guys, that does it for the Silva Saarinen Tour of Terror Eclipse Wave. I like it a lot, but it's definitely not the disc I thought it was going to be because it's kind of on that more overstable side, especially for a wave which has the numbers 11.5, -2.2. I was expecting a little more flippy, but again, I think that's just a virtue of that higher parting line. It's just gonna give it that more overstable flight. If you're someone who loves waves, you got a nice collection of waves out there, I think this is gonna complement your other discs of this mold really well because it's really easy to find those flippy waves out there. Might be a little bit tougher to find those overstable waves. You might be someone who throws the wave but also throws the photon. Well, you can get something pretty similar to the photon flight with this Eclipse version of the wave. Now, is this disc going to be my all-around distance driver? Almost certainly not, just because I want something a little bit more understable. Like, this is almost there. It's almost the disc that I really want it to be, but I think just a pure max weight Neutron wave is more in my wheelhouse. I just prefer those slightly more understable discs just based on the way I throw, the angle that I throw on. And that's a video I'd actually really like to do in the future where I get like all the different plastic variations for a disc like the Wave or maybe some other distance driver in the MVP family that you guys really like and compare all the different plastics within that mold and how they all stack up against each other. I really like having variety within my mold, just various flight characteristics within just one mold by changing up the plastic. So again, this is not a bad thing. That's a bit more on the overstable side. I think it's a great thing for just the line of waves in general. Anyways, all that to say, I recommend it, even though it's not my favorite. I think it's a good disc. I think a lot of people are going to get a lot of mileage out there. If you're in that like 400-ish foot category of distance, I think you're going to love this guy because it gives you that really straight flight with a bit of turn, but it's not just going to turn all the way over for you. You can really yam into it, not really have to worry too much about, you know, the big turnover, the roller, the dreaded roller. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you consider liking and subscribing. That'd be awesome. I have a bunch of MVP videos, so go check out all my other stuff. It's somewhere, it's down below. You'll find it. And while you're at it, go check out this video's sponsor, Grow and Throw. Grow and Throw is a retailer here in Columbia, Missouri. You can find them online at growandthrow.shop. They just got a bunch of new MVP in. So if you're in the area and you're an MVP fan, go check those guys out. You'll want to see the new stuff they have. Guys, that does it. I love you. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next time.